All right. He's 31. I don't care how old he is.
Here are a few results of that video and more videos like it. The Bloomington clinic you saw referenced, the Indianapolis clinic, employees were fired, suspended. A grand jury trial is opened and investigating in the state of Indiana. Local legislators called for defunding of Planned Parenthood. And amid And amid the scandal, for the first time in 10 years, Planned Parenthood did not reapply for city funds from Bloomington. Videos from other clinics revealed sexual abuse cover-up and violation of parental consent laws in Phoenix, in Tucson, in Memphis, in Birmingham. In Birmingham, both the Office of the Attorney General and the Health Department are conducting an ongoing investigation. A year ago, I stood before the same audience at the Values Voter Summit, and I warned Planned Parenthood, you will be defunded. Well, after we released the video in the state of Tennessee, for the first time in over 24 years, Tennessee legislators voted to redirect up to $1.1 million in tax money from Planned Parenthood to other health providers. It is now up to legislators, district attorneys, attorney generals, and to us, the values voters, to continue to fight with this evidence. I want to talk briefly about a new project that we're working on, yet to be released. It's called the Rosa Acuna Project. Rosa Acuna was a woman from New Jersey who sought an abortion. She was deeply troubled about her decision and wanted to talk to the doctor. Is it a baby? She asked the abortionist. Am I killing a baby? He told her, don't be stupid. It's a blood clot. It's a bunch of cells. It's not a baby. The doctor performed the abortion. Back at home, bleeding profusely, Rosa went to the emergency room, and the nurse told her that she had the remains of a baby inside her and would have to be operated on to extract the remains of that baby from her uterus. That's when Rosa realized her first trimester pregnancy matter was not a blood clot or just some cells, but it was a human baby. What have I seen? Well, I have been inside dozens of clinics across the country, and I've sat through counseling sessions, and I've seen women with blood in their clothes, and I've heard harsh words of abortionists who are tired of their job. And I have seen how some of the people that work there, how they managed to be so close to that killing. Just 2 weeks ago, one of them said, I don't want to go and work near the OR room. I just don't like getting too close to it. I've become an expert on what the everyday abortion mill workers say to women because I've heard it firsthand, and I've trained and briefed investigators who go in and collect evidence firsthand. In clinics across the country, Planned Parenthood employees have said that the heartbeat starts at 11 weeks, at 20 weeks, or just when the baby is born. They call the unborn child's heart an electrical flicker. They call the unborn child fetal matter an alien, a tadpole, a cup of coleslaw, any number of dehumanizing names. Planned Parenthood lies to women, and they must be held accountable. It is this very dehumanization of the unborn child that allows the slaughter in our country to continue. The once pro-life Reverend Jesse Jackson said a very long time ago, quote, those advocates of taking life prior to birth do not call it killing or murder. They call it abortion. They say fetus because fetus sounds less than human, and therefore abortion can be justified. Well, I have a message to Reverend Jesse Jackson, who once knew the score on abortion, and to all the politicians, the legislators, the judges, the citizens, the journalists, who once knew and still know in their hearts that abortion kills a human being. To those who continue to hide behind all the euphemisms and are pro-choice, as that Planned Parenthood board member claims she was. And it is this message that we will send all the way up to President Obama's pay grade. This is... This is the message. People who respect human life are now in the majority. So listen to the growing revolt. Listen to the people who demand justice for all Americans, even the smallest. Because if you don't listen to those who represent you, they will outvote you, they will replace you, and they will overcome you. The great patriot Patrick Henry once said, "Gentlemen may cry peace, peace, but there can be no peace. The war has already begun. Our brethren are already in the field. Why then do we stand here idle? What is it that gentlemen wish, or ladies? What would they have?" Patrick Henry's cry is a cry for today too. For as Mother Teresa says, the greatest destroyer of peace today is the cry of the unborn child. It is a cry because that child has been rejected by those who should embrace her, by her own legislators, by her own courts, by her own grandparents, by her own parents, by her own mother. A cry because that child will be destroyed before she has a chance to reach out and touch the world and offer herself to God and for others. A cry because there is no greater destroyer or bloodier destroyer of peace. And these days, we are hungry for peace. But we cannot have peace in the world, in America, in our families, in our own lives, if we live with abortion. Mother Teresa tells us in her Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech, in every opportunity, Mother Teresa had strong words to say about abortion. She says, "In a nation where a mother can kill her own child, what is left for me and for you to kill each other? In the scriptures it is written, even if a mother can forget her own child, I will not forget you." For our God does not forget us or these children, and he is present during every abortion. Likewise, we must be present as with open arms as a witness to God's grace and his love to welcome these children and help their mothers. If I could insist, this might sound a little strange, but if I could insist, as long as they are legal in our nation, abortions would be done in the public square until we were so sick and tired of seeing them that we would do away with the injustice altogether. Maybe then we would value the unborn child as we value the 1-year-old child just learning to walk. And maybe then we might hear angels singing when we ponder the glory of conception, that first beginning of human life. I'm young, I only turned 21 a couple months ago, and I've only been working a short time, but I will continue to dedicate my life to ending the dark injustice of abortion. Thank you to all of you here who have given many years to this cause, who have struggled for the day when every life in America is protected again. Thank you for practicing the virtue of courage and the virtue of hope, and for pressing on even when the path has been lonely and poorly marked. We are here for such a time as this, and together we will overcome. Thank you. Thank you so much.